Shucky ducky, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Hope we're all having a great day today. It is Tuesday in Brisbane, which actually means that it's Monday in America. We do have to start off with some very depressing news. There's a shooting in America, again. This one not so big, but it was big enough to at least make it across the ocean in terms of the news. As such, even I know about it now. I don't really know a whole lot about most of the shootings that happen in America. But this one I know about. Illinois shooting. This is from CNN. 6 people were killed in a shooting. Downtown Highland Park in Illinois. Those of us who are living in Illinois, stay safe. I think for the most part it is safe now. Usually, doesn't take that long for some shit to get down. Apparently they've taken the guy into custody, so that's good. So it should be relatively safe now to, go outside and all that jazz. But once again, 6 people were killed in a shooting in Highland Park. We had also had dozens injured. So basically, this dude, using his weaponry... Hey, PB, how's it going? This dude be using his weaponry He was on a rooftop apparently, and he managed to basically shoot a bunch of people with a high-powered rifle. Now, let's put some historical context into this, and by that I mean, y'all remember another mass shooting that occurred in the US when someone was sitting very, very high up somewhere with a high-powered rifle and was able to kill quite a lot of people? It was called the Vegas shooting, where around about 50 people were killed by someone who was sitting on like the balcony of a hotel as he fired at a music festival or something like that, or something thereabouts. Yeah, this gives me those kinds of vibes. So, 4th of July parade, which of course is Independence Day, seems like this guy decided that he was going to provide everybody with the independence of from their lives. So that's what he wanted to do. What an absolute piece of fucking shit this particular person is. Another gun being used to gun down another set of guns? Pretty much. Because that's how it works in the land of the free, home of the brave, isn't it, PB? Apparently, this particular person posted online music videos he apparently made that featured ominous-sounding lyrics and animated scenes of gun violence. Okay. To be fair, like, a lot of death metal and, like, really edgy, like, punk rock is like that as well. So, I don't think that's terribly relevant to this particular case, but whatever. Yeah, I vaguely understand what you mean. The video shows a cartoon animation of a stick figure in tactical gear carrying out an attack with a rifle. Okay. Another video titled Toy Soldier, a similar stick-figured cartoon character depicted lying face down on the floor in a pool of his own blood, surrounded by police with their guns drawn. Okay. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Again, it's funny how I'm seeing right from the start how we're potentially going to what's the word? We're going to try and blame culture. Guess what? I'm pretty sure in Australia, as well as the entirety of Europe, as well as various places in Japan, as well as the entirety of China, there are tons of people who are making very, very edgy, ominous-sounding music videos all the time. We also don't happen to have mass shootings like this. It's interesting how that happens, isn't it, folks? It's interesting how that happens. He calls himself Awake the Rapper. Posted his music. Oh, great, we're gonna start blaming rap music. Posted his music on several major streaming outlets and on his personal website. Was it any good? Oh, hey, Gastia, how's it going? I blocked the word Gary. Did I? I don't think so. You mean one of those dark web videos where everything is static filter and an epilepsy overload? No, that's called the dark web. I'm talking about rap music in particular. But yes, dark web also seems to happen as well. If I blocked the word guest, how did you manage to write it? That's the big question. So, on September 24th, he posted a video on Twitter that shows him sitting on a set resembling a classroom, wearing a helmet and posing in various scenes while an instrument arrangement of When Johnny Comes Marching Home plays in the background. Okay. What the hell does that even mean? He had not posted on Twitter since October 26, 2021, when he wrote, "The letter I is underlined if you didn't catch it at first glance." Oh, interesting. Wasn't aware that you can underline letters, but there we go. In yet another music video for a song titled On My Mind, Cremo... Okay, this dude performs in a classroom set filled with desks. In the last minute, the viewers see a shot of this dude reaching into his backpack before music abruptly cuts. He is as seen wearing a helmet and tactical vest, dropping bullets on the floor with music from a popular shooting game. Ah, here we go! With music from a popular shooting video game, Call of Duty, playing over the scene. Now, once again, we find ourselves blaming video games. Is that correct, CNN? Is that why you brought? Is that why you went? Is that why you had to Jeff Winter? Is that exactly why you had to go through this whole song and dance of, oh, this guy made ominous sounding music videos, which, let's be real here, tons of ominous sounding music videos exist, to get around to the crux of the argument, which is, of course, yeah, this dude made a music video with Call of Duty music, so of course he played video games, which therefore means that the reason why he shot a bunch of people from a rooftop is because he played Call of Duty. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it, that's of course the reason why. And I say that as someone who's about to play Warframe, an equally, if not even more violent video game, because of course we are playing as Tenno, who are mass murdering about 5 billion Gridia every half second. We are more violent than Call of Duty players who are struggling to get even a 1 to 3 kill, who are struggling to get even a 3 to 1 KD ratio. Let's be real here. We are Tenno. We have a 55 to 0.3 KD ratio at this point. So, you know, we are much more violent than the Call of Duty players, and so therefore I will be shooting from the rooftops any second now. Oh wait, no I will not, because I am in the land of Australia, where we have something that is fundamentally different to the land of the free, home of the brave. Now I wonder, what is that fundamental difference, ladies and gentlemen, between us, the land of the Australian, and that of the land of the American? Oh, it must be because we prefer barbecues over fireworks. That's the reason, folks, and that is the crux of today's stream, ladies and gentlemen. We need to ban 4th of July fireworks. Isn't that correct? If you have 4th of July fireworks, people will gather to see the fireworks, which makes them open to be mass murdered by someone who has an assault rifle. Of course, we need to ban the fireworks. That's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, that's the problem. If you celebrated Independence Day not with fireworks, but with a barbecue, hey Caesars, how's it going? If you celebrated the 4th of July not with fireworks, but with a barbecue, guess what? 100,000 people ain't going to be surrounding a barbecue. This dude ain't going to be shooting ain't going to be killing, what was the number at the present moment? 6 people and injuring a dozen, because guess what? Your barbecue is going to have at most 10, which means he, proportion-wise, will be killing a whopping 3 and injuring a whopping 4. That's how it works. That's how it works. See, that is the crux of what we are learning today from this particular incident. Yes, that is what we are learning today. Clearly, we have to ban the 4th of July fireworks. Now, for those of us playing at home, obviously I'm being completely sarcastic, and I'm only trying to mimic the absolute insanity that is going to come from the news outlets, as well as talking heads on those news outlets who will do anything and everything to ignore the actual problem that has constantly existed in the United States. A problem that I have talked about previously when, I don't know, how many people died again? Let me check. 19 kids and two teachers were killed. I have talked about this in the past, when 19 kids and 2 teachers were killed recently in Uvalde, Texas. There is a huge difference, there is a very fundamental difference between the land of Australia, as well as Japan, as well as China, as well as Europe, the majority of Europe, and the land of the American. And that is that we cannot go to a supermarket and buy an assault rifle. Because that's not how that works in Australia. In Australia, if you want to get an assault rifle, you need a license, which means you have to go through a background check, which means you have to have some sort of actual legitimate need for an assault rifle. Maybe you want to go hunting. Maybe you're part of a gun club. A gun club. Maybe you're part of some sort of shooting club, which actually exists in Australia, apparently, as far as I can tell. Or perhaps, as I've discovered in 2016 thereabouts, you own a firing range. You actually own a firing range in the heart of Adelaide, which of course is a major city in Australia. If you own a firing range, and you are literally an indoor firing range, and you are literally allowing people to come in, pay some money, and then give them lessons, literally lessons. This dude gave me a lesson on how to fire 4 different pistols. Yes, in the country that everyone is saying, yo, maybe you should do something like Australia. They got rid of guns for the most part, and guess what? We haven't had any mass shootings pretty much since. I have shot 4 guns. And dare I say, I was actually pretty fucking accurate at the paper target using those pistols. It was like two pistols and then 2 magnums. 2 pistol types and 2 magnum types. I think one of them was a Glock, like a 9mm, and then there was like a magnum that was like really fucking big. It had a huge kick, so it was obviously, it took me a bit of time to get used to it. But yeah, that is actually real. In fact, fuck it. Let me try and find the video footage of it. I'm sure I have it on Facebook somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. I mean, at the same time, you know, in the land of the free, well, not in the land of the free, in the land of Australia, in a place that one would argue is basically a totalitarian dictatorial state, because we do not have a constitutional right to firearms, I very much own a compound bow. And it's mine. No ifs, no buts. It's a compound bow, and it's all mine. I went out, and I bought it. Yeah. So, here it is. Here it is. Now, we're going to watch Kategari basically be the closest it's ever going to be to a red-blooded American. Here we go.
Okay, insert your magazine, guys. Fingers on fingers, thumb on thumb. Slide stop, leave it down. Find your sights. Looking good. When you're ready, you may fire.
There we go. That stand for recoil control? No. See, what actually happened was, I actually had a look on the news. It turns out that at that firing range, they didn't actually have those stands before. And so what ended up happening was, as the guy was teaching some people how to fire the guns, one of them, with the gun in his hand, turned around and killed someone. So those stands are specifically there for safety purposes. Yes, safety purposes. Safety is the #1 thing in a firing range. We don't want people to just suddenly turn around and shoot someone dead, because apparently that's what happened, or something like that. So those stands are there so that you can't turn around and just shoot someone, but they are rather loose with regards to the aim. So it's not for recoil control, and yeah, it's not for both. It's not for recoil control because it doesn't really help with recoil at all. Like if you recoil, like it's very loose. It's like loose. It's loose. It'll go up. Like when your gun recoils, it will go up with the gun, right? It's not there to hold for recoil control or anything like that. No, it is purely something there so that you can't just like take the gun backwards, turn around, and then shoot the guy next to you. That is literally the reason for those stats. Land of the free, home of the brave. Sorry, not in the land of the free, home of the brave. In Australia, the dictatorial, totalitarian state that does not have a Second Amendment right to bear arms, I was still able to do that whenever the hell I want. Whenever the hell I want. I am able to go to Olympic Park, which is a very public place, mind you, and I am also able to fire a weapon. My weapon of choice, of course, my compound bow. Bottom line is, fucking get your guns under control. That's it. Let's move on. How's everyone's day? Hope we're all having a good day. You know, aside from that shenanigan, hope we're all having a good day.
Navigation has been updated with new invasions. Chaos
I've been told that I should use the Phenmor for the purposes of being a mag main. Having never used the Phenmor before, I have no idea why. But we'll find out. We'll find out. Luna Vexus. Who's this? Instead of inviting them, hello. Is there... Did you need help with that Grenier defense mission that you invited me to? Let's see if this person responds. Alright, we'll start off with our... Guess we won't be having a bloody thingamajig. Still path idle on hunt. Quickly inviting others. Don't need help with just filling a squad. Okie doke. Alright, we're gonna start off with our Steel Path dailies, and I am going to be playing these Steel Path dailies using Emergence Dissipation. Wish me luck, folks. Of course, like, in non-survival missions, it is still rather tricky to use Emergence Dissipate. But as I mentioned on yesterday's video, a relative level of calm appears to be the solution.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
Of course, with my mag build, I am running like 160% power efficiency because that does seem to still be required. I've already moved on and went back to Magus Repair. Magus Repair, that's, well, judging by the name, that's gotta be one that heals you, but I don't really know in what capacity does it heal you.
There's no telling what the captors are doing to our rescue target. You need to find the holding cell immediately.
I like to see martial arts implemented into Warframe Melee.
We will counter.
It's called using the, what do you mean? It's called using, Prisma Obex. PB, what do you mean? Have you never used Prisma Obex or Obex before? Wait, is that little boa thing meant to be a mine? Also, one would argue that using a polearm would be considered a form of martial arts. Not all-rounder MMA. What's to say that the Prisma Obex stances aren't a specific fighting style that you're just not aware of?
Looks like heavy activity ahead. I will consider what I have learned from this skirmish.
when there's like so few enemies. I'm basically kind of like desperate for energy. Seeing Systema, CQC,
You are approaching the holding
Kyokushin,
area. Careful.
Karate.
If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate
Taekwondo,
the
capoeira.
execution sequence.
Capoeira.
The bypass is done.
Actually, isn't there one that's like very similar to capoeira? Oh wait, no, sorry. I'm thinking of for some reason I'm thinking of nunchucks. Wouldn't nunchucks technically be a form of would nunchucks technically count as a form of martial arts or nah? Well, maybe not nunchucks as a form of martial arts, but like nunchucks are part of a martial arts, are they not? You know, like if by part of a thing we're talking about like being Bruce Lee. But I'm sure nunchucks are to some extent martial art. Is that perhaps part of? I'm asking you. You appear to be the martial arts expert, or at least martial arts enthusiast as of late. I don't think nunchucks are part of Wing Chun. I've never seen. It wasn't at least it was never demonstrated by Donnie Yen's character, at least in Ip Man. But it was demonstrated by Bruce. I think it's typically demonstrated by one Bruce Lee. So. I'm asking you. Alright, ain't gonna bother with that, dude. I'm not sure either, but a martial art is by definition making your body the weapon, not by using the weapon. Okay, very well.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Then by that definition, I mean, okay, maybe not. Instead of Prisma Obex, like things like Tekka Prime, or Ankyros Prime, they're specifically gauntlets, so therefore you're boxing, are you not? Aren't those the same fucking thing? What do you mean? No. Prisma Obex is hands and feet. Ankyros Prime is just hands, if memory serves. So, having not used them before, in game, I don't really know, but I would assume that like if it's just hands, you're effectively boxing, no? So therefore, you're boxing. It might not be a boxing style that is used by someone in various boxing championships. But it's there. And who knows? It might be possible that if you used what do you call it? If you use Prisma Obex and a certain stance of Prisma Obex, you could be effectively performing Muay Thai, which is actually at least in Australia, is a surprisingly popular fighting style, surprisingly popular martial art. I know of at least 2 people who are somewhat into Muay Thai, or one of them is actually super into Muay Thai, kickboxing. But I can't think off the top of my head anyone who's still actively learning karate or actively practicing karate.
Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures.
Baruch too? Ah yes, Baruch! Yes, you're right. You're forgetting about the entire existence of Baruch.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Although, to be fair, at that point, we're basically talking about Prisma Obex, but in the form of a Warframe. You go B.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms.
Baruch's 4 looks more like Tai Chi hand movements. Well, he is meant to be a monk, so that checks out. Did I mention I really love the Fard scaffold? It's really hilarious. I'm just getting so many free hits in. You just can't escape it, man. Wait, is he perma CC'd by that as well? Oh, that's dope. Oh crap! Why did I just burn my
Alarms have been triggered.
Why did I just burn a perfectly good
Before the data destruction is
Void Strike just for nothing?
You got it.
Didn't even ask for opinion. You just went go to B. Well, he actually started to go to B anyway. But yeah, hey, he's a Wukong main. I will command him as I please.
Stumbling over small CC looks fucking hilarious. Consider in the buff them hit.
Yeah. Maybe that should be my next video. You know how it's like, hey, the best way to deal with Overguard is not a specific Warframe. It's actually something even more universal than that. It's use your fucking operator, you schmuck. Alright, get out of here. Ah!
Of value.
The real impact was his magical air projectiles that come out of his hands and not the physical hands himself. Fair enough. I offer you this then, PB. Valkyria. She has the incredibly powerful martial art of Crazy Cat Lady. Now, you may say that Crazy Cat Lady is not a valid martial art, but are you really prepared to say that to Valkyria? No, you are not, PB. No, you are not. And so because of that, I would argue that Crazy Cat Lady is a valid martial art. And therefore, we do have a martial art of some form. Because that's fucking not a legitimate martial art. Are you prepared to say that, PB? With your full chest in front of Valkyria? Are you truly prepared to say that, PB? Because I'll tell you this. She ain't gonna like it. No sorry, Bob. She ain't gonna like it. That's like saying Kuva Brahma is not a martial art. No, Kuva Brahma is a martial art. It takes two forms of martial art, actually, and it puts them all together. It takes the martial arts of archery and combines it with the martial arts of US foreign policy. Bombing the shit out of everything. Kuva Brahma. Oi, yeah.
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and die with your victory.
The tower's neural sentry has turned these soldiers into mindless attack drones. You need to take them out.
Yeah, was just training their martial arts. Yeah, exactly. I didn't realize until like last night. The ephemeras that you can get from Thingo? The ephemeras that you can get from the Chrysalith, the Zaraman, you have to make them. You can't, when you buy them, you just buy the blueprint. It did not occur to me until last night
Focused.
that I've only just bought the blueprint and I actually never made them. That's why I kept wondering, like, wait, did I get scammed? Where the hell are my ephemeras? So no, you gotta go and make them. 가라. Try to suggest this idea of a martial arts melee system in Warframe and see how it goes. Well, I mean, thing is, PB, let's think about it. What would you define as a martial arts melee system in Warframe? Would it be like a melee system that is similar to how fighting games work? For example, you choose from a variety of potential combos, or you choose from a variety of different moves and move sets, because, you know, one would argue that we either A, used to have that before stances got reworked, or B, we have that now in a much more standardized variety anyway. Kategari's verity, let's go.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Yeah. Because one would argue, PB, that we already have that. Oh damn! I should have dropped voice track a little bit later. Oh, that'll do it. Holy hell. Abulfasi Hussainpour. Hey, how's it going? Did I pronounce that correctly?
Attack us, we will counter.
Steel Path is hard? Hard? No. About as difficult as I would prefer it to be? Yeah, pretty much.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I just appreciate the idea where I'm not one-shotting, where everyone is not made of paper.
Another successful mission.
You know?
Find extraction.
Holy crap! Uh-oh. This ain't gonna work out. Yep, that ain't gonna work out. Rip. Jesus Christ, those are... Did they make it so that if you kill Exavi, they just explode into energy orbs? That was kind of wild. And also, Soup, trust me, you do not want Kategari. You think that you do, but you don't. You don't know me, Kate. No, but you know me. And therefore you know that I know. That you know. That I know. You don't want that. The UN, under the Geneva Convention, has deemed that a cruel and unusual punishment used by the CIA in their enhanced interrogation techniques to this day. I do not wish to subject you to such horrors.
Stay focused.
Never mind, I have to deal with this myself.
What you
So I know
here
how horrible it truly is. They used Kategari as an interrogation tactic. Yes. As is documented in the various leaked documents that I have attained. And there are pictures of it. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. If I were to show it to you right now on Twitch, I would get banned. That's how brutal it truly is. I would get banned for cruel and unusual acts. They draw a line in the sand. That is where the line is. Let's talk a little bit about some hilarious Aussie news. Welcome back, Soup. Welcome back. I want to talk about a little bit of some quick hilarious Australian news. So for those of you who aren't from Australia, you may not have heard of a person called Avi Yemeni. So this guy is allegedly a journalist. And I say allegedly because it's unclear whether he really is a journalist. Well, anyway, claims to be a journalist, so let's just assume for the time being that he's a journalist. This guy was apparently being relentlessly mocked by someone on Twitter who used a handle by the name of PR Guy.
For increased security measures. The enemy would rather just
Now, PR Guy was effectively just an anonymous Twitter account. Nothing too dramatic. And Avi, in his eternal wisdom, decided he would use the courts in an attempt to unmask PR Guy, so that he may then serve him with a defamation lawsuit. Because apparently Avi Yemeni is not fond of being called a criminal by PR Guy, and resents being called a criminal despite various news outlets reporting a while ago that he apparently threw, a chopping board at his wife.
Console is nearby.
Or possibly ex-wife, I don't really remember what the details are at this point.
Destroying data.
So, instead of allowing the courts to go through the motions and compelling Twitter to reveal the identity of an otherwise anonymous Twitter user, which, by the way, is hilarious for someone. Is hilarious. A hilarious lawsuit attempt by someone who claims to be for free speech, of course. Instead, what he did was he just went on. He actually went to Friendly Geordies and basically just. He basically outed himself. He's like, this is who I am, and that's about it. Now, you may be thinking, okay, this is turning into a very generic story. This rather generic, meaningless story.
Excellent.
And for the most part, it is.
Extraction with
Except,
no alarms.
what I forgot to mention is that Avi, in his infinite wisdom, kept thinking that this guy on Twitter may very well be a member of the Queensland Parliament, or rather a member of the Queensland Premier's office. That he was someone who worked for the Premier of Victoria. Sorry, did I say Queensland? I meant Victoria. He may be someone who is working for the Premier of Victoria, Daniel Andrews. As far as we can tell, PR Guy is literally just some random dude who decided to very mockingly use the moniker PR Guy, whilst having allegedly, and by allegedly I mean according to him, no PR experience whatsoever. So Avi has managed to spend a bunch of money to try and get the courts to do something that a guy has decided to just do by himself anyway, in an attempt to prove that he is in fact a shadowy member of the Premier's office, when in fact it turns out he's just some random dude off the street. Now, what's really shady about it is that the money that I just mentioned may very well have been donated by people who wanted to support his claim and support his cause. So we'll see what happens afterwards. But just so everyone's caught up, Stupid Man does something stupid, gets outed for being stupid, and instead of doing the big dumb thing that he was about to do, someone decides to just basically rain on his entire parade by basically shitting on his lunch. That's effectively what happened. That was accidentally a really brilliant way of actually explaining that. Maybe I should have just done that. Oh my god, quit surfing, mate. What do you think you are, a water type Pokemon? Anyway, the question has been asked is, have I watched Stranger Things? Nope.
Now, and they will start destroying the data.
No, I didn't really ever get into Stranger Things. Probably should at some point, but no, I've never watched it. There's a handful of things that I haven't watched that I really should get into. Apparently, there's a movie called Seven. It deals with well, it at least vaguely includes 7 deadly sins, and apparently, it's pretty good.
They won't even know it's gone.
I feel like it's the same plot every season. Ah! So it's the Flash. Yeah, sorry.
Surrounded by greener marines.
Do you also hate Iris? Yes. Now I'm certain that someone somewhere is going to see this clip of me saying, yeah, I really don't like Iris at all, and is going to think, oh my god, Kategari is racist. And it's true. No, Iris as a character in The Flash is written absolutely horribly. This entire season what the hell? This entire season she serves no purpose. And I'm gonna be real here, I could not really understand her plotline. Time sickness? Wait, what's happening? Hold on, it's what? She's where now? And then like there's entire episodes where she's not even there, and I'm gonna be real here, I don't even remember that she's a character. I feel, to me, Iris was a great character in like season 3, which is the season that she allegedly gets killed by Savitar. It actually gave her like a stake in the story, and it gave her like a purpose. Not to die by the hands of Savitar, no. But it gave her like some sort of a part of the story that was meaningful. Oh, there's no enemies here. Oh, boo! There's no enemies here. You actually watched the new season? Yep. And for the most part, I was very confused. I will say this as well, with the new season. They kept saying leveling up. They kept saying leveled up. So if you watch it, the first couple of times it's like, the first couple of times they say it and you're like, okay, whatever. But then they just keep saying that. And at some point I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Welcome back. At some point I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Why do y'all keep writing the same 2 words in your script? I'm sorry.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
How was your day? That's good, I think. Decent. But yes, I keep up with the Flash. You wanna know why, Gasty How? You wanna know why I keep up with the Flash? I keep up with the Flash on the off chance that it becomes tangentially related to Superman and Lois.
My assistance will increase your probability of success considerably. Human children from a human mother. No, too much. I cannot bear it. Away, away.
I regret watching all 8 seasons of Arrow. Why? Arrow was actually a good TV show. What are you talking about? For the most part. Yeah, you have failed this city, man. That's now there's a catchphrase I haven't heard in a very long time. Season 1 and Season 2 was dope. Season 5 was dope as well.
Unevolved, undeveloped, single-function, parasitic life forms. Too human. Too human! Away!
Season 5 was full of bangers, including the phrase, I'm 10 steps ahead of you, and you don't even know what game we're playing.
Hurry. You got it. The data is still intact. We have everything we came for.
Pep talk, win battle. Ah! The Flash. Yeah, like, at first I was like, the Flash is not that bad. But then people pointed out like, well, have you ever noticed how many times they just do a pep battle? They do a pep talk pep battle. They do a pep talk, and then they proceed to win. I'm like, oh yeah. And now I can't stop noticing that. That's pretty much how it always works in the Flash.
Victory criteria has been successfully met. Exfiltrating.
So many times you could just one-shot the villains with a bow. Yep. I think Season 8 was really dope though. Because obviously, spoiler alert, because obviously it's basically, the entirety of Season 8 is to set up for Crisis on Infinite Earths. Yeah, the Flash. Okay, spoilers for like the latest season of The Flash. They do this whole like song and dance and set up this like 15-dimension chess like storyline. That's like kind of insane, not gonna lie. Like it's kind of crazy the way they did it. And then the dude's dead. The dude, like they set up, they do like all this song and dance and all this hubbub to basically like this sort of 15-dimension chess kind of thing to get a guy who's not dead, but kind of doesn't really exist, to go back to being the guy who's not dead and does exist in a very vague sort of way, right? Like, they do this entire thing where they kill the dude and they resurrect him by bringing another version of the dude over who has no idea that he's a version of the dude, and then he, like, fucking, like, dies and he just rips himself apart and becomes the dude. Like, that was freaking wild. That was actually kind of dope. That writing was kind of dope. And then he dies in the last episode. Like, one episode later, he's gone. We're like, ah. Maybe if you just stopped yammering for about 3 milliseconds and you just killed the guy, if you just killed the Flash, maybe you wouldn't be dead within an episode. One sec. But yeah. The only reason why I watch The Flash is on the off chance that it becomes tangentially related to Superman and Lois. Which, it was, in the sense that a certain character decided to jump between different shows, in some sort of a mini arc, that kind of ended up going nowhere. Unfortunately, he ended up doing the thing that could have ended, that was effectively, I guess, the one thing that we really didn't want him to do. We all wanted him to be the guy. But alas, he chose to be the dad. And you know what? That's fair. Fair enough. I get it. I understand. As a person, I understand. As a viewer, that's fucking bullshit. Like, come on. You mean to tell me that for like 2 years across many shows, y'all been setting up him to be the guy, and then he proceeds to not be the guy. He proceeds to throw the opportunity away from being the guy and proceeds to just be the dad. Who's going to be the guy? Who's going to be that dude? That's the big question. Because position's still open. But they did all that song and dance with that person, all for them to just not be the guy. And now it's entirely possible that the Flash will no longer be tangentially related to Superman and Lois, because it seems like Superman and Lois has somehow managed to find themselves in a completely different Earth. And if that's the case, well, my interest in the Flash drops significantly. Also, renew Legends of Tomorrow, you bastards. There was like 2 shows that were actually pretty good. Superman and Lois and Legends. Renew Legends of Tomorrow, you bastards. Do you notice the bad VFX and editing from CW shows? Yes. I remember when the Flash CGI was dope, but something happened and suddenly became quite lame. Nah, it was always kind of shithouse. It was always kind of shithouse. Like, I first noticed that the Flash CGI was a bit on the dog shit side when they tried to do doubles, and the doubles did not look even remotely like humans. Legends were very good before. Legends were very good now. Okay, episode by episode. Sometimes there were episodes of Legends that were just a little bit on the mid side, but there were never any bad Legends episodes past season 1. Every episode of the Legends was at least funny in some way, shape, or form. That's essentially what they were trying to do, like just some fucking crazy ass shit. Always. And you know what? I really appreciate that they actually just went balls to the wall with every episode.
That means getting back.
And their budget was probably like way too fucking high, which is probably why it got cancelled. It was way too expensive
You can get it to the right
thing to make.
and let it work in peace. Terminal inside.
Legends used to be serious, now it was childish. Dude, the serious episodes of the Legends were fucking dog shit, mate. I'm sorry.
Scrubbing the system.
It was boring. Captain Snow? Captain Snow? You mean Captain Cold? And then he would pop up from time to time.
Nearly done. Keep defending, please.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate, but like the quote-unquote serious Legends of Tomorrow, that was when it wasn't that great. I'm gonna be real here. That was when it was kind of like, okay, it was kind of generic. Then they decided to just go balls to the wall with every episode and just come up with like the most bizarre episode synopsis, a bizarre series synopsis, to the point where a demon fights a gigantic stuffed bear. That's the kind of shit that we like.
System's clean. Great work.
Like, that was
Keep
dope.
moving.
Abilities use no energy and can be cast faster. Let's go! Wait, since when was this a thing? Holy crap! Ability spam, baby! I've never seen this particular bonus before. That's nuts. All right, it's over. Oh, I gotta keep an eye on that one. That was fun. God damn. Yeah, I don't mind Supergirl so much. Like, okay, there were definitely a few seasons of Supergirl that were a bit here and there, and it certainly was a show that got very fucking preachy. Like, I'm not, you know, I have a pretty high tolerance for preachy shows, but even that show sometimes tested my patience.
In there and defend it.
You know, like when a show tests even my patience.
That thing starts
When a show tests even my tolerance.
better know what to do.
That's when you know you're in a bit of a shithole. But I was still able to, you know, deal with it for the most part. Where are you? CGI of Supergirl is worse than the Flash? Yeah.
The angel is trying.
Yeah, like sometimes like they bring out
Follow it and stop.
they bring out like these monsters, and I look at it, I was like, why did it look so rubbery? It's like, why do they
Shrugging that off.
why do they have such rubbery looking textures? And it's like a variety of other reasons too. It's like subsurface scattering. doesn't really exist in a lot of the CGI models that are used in CW shows. Have you ever noticed that? Subsurface scattering is basically like when light shines through skin. It's supposed to make the skin glow. A lot of the times, the reason why they look so rubbery. Well, there's a variety of reasons why they look so rubbery, but like, I would argue it's because subsurface scattering doesn't exist in those models. In their textures. Like, they didn't do any SSS passes. Monsters from 90s TV shows like Power Rangers. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Here's a prime example. The Flash, Season 3. You all remember when Savitar first showed up? He was CGI, and he was actually decent. You know why? Because he actually had like reflections and everything. He was actually, they actually like lit him and comped him into the show in a proper manner. And then halfway through, he becomes a practical suit. And guess what? He just looks like a dude in a gigantic fat suit. I am not kidding. He just looks like a dude in a fat suit.
Nearly done. Keep defending, please.
That is actually real. Have a look. There's like Savitar before like episode, I want to say 9. Savitar before like episode 9, before he like pops up into the real world from the calcified Speed Force. That means. And then the Savitar after he pops out from calcified Speed Force and proceeds to just look like a dude in a gigantic fat suit, in a muscular looking fat suit. His suit literally looks like it's made of rubber. So yeah, like I think it's just like a great way to learn about like how important it is to have multiple passes in your CG renders. Not just the direct diffuse, not just the indirect, but also the specular, potentially a reflections pass, subsurface scattering, so important. You like The Boys? Oh yeah, now that's a good show. The Boys is an absolutely phenomenal show. 100%. That's the show that like. See, I think at this point, like we've got so many superhero shows and superhero movies that we're like moving into the next phase of the superhero genre, which is like the absolutely nutso outrageous insane. So like you know, obviously like the Multiverse of Madness was like pretty good in that regard, like pretty wild in that regard. Like a bunch of crazy shit happened, and it was ultra violent, surprisingly not PG, not that PG for a PG film, you know, all that good stuff, right? But then like you look at other films that are like similar to Multiverse of Madness, and by other films similar to Multiverse of Madness, I very much specifically mean Everything Everywhere All the Time. Now, you want to talk about like a superhero movie? Now that is an absolutely wild superhero movie. No! I'm really screwing up my really screwing this up.
Old-fashioned elbow grease and a bit.
And again, I'm kind of just playing like a mad person. Have you seen Umbrella Academy? No, I haven't watched Umbrella Academy. I hear it's... Actually, I have no idea if it's good or not. I don't remember what I've heard. Alright, we got a couple of Entrati lance horns, which is actually what I need, I think, potentially to make one of those weapons. If not, then I can definitely use it to make the other ephemera that I haven't that I haven't built in the foundry yet. Go watch Umbrella Academy.
Why does it feel like we're
It's supposed to be vaguely X-Men based, right? No, that's not correct. Wait. 43 infants were inexplicably born to random No, never mind. It's completely irrelevant, is it? It's unrelated.
Readings are normal. That's nice.
It's unrelated to anything, right? American superhero. Oh no, it's just based on comic books of the same name. Okay, I thought it was a Marvel-based project. I was like, but I thought it was like an X-Men-based project. So I kept thinking like, oh, it's probably X-Men related, and you know. The last few X-Men films weren't particularly fantastic, with the rare exception, of course, of Logan. Oh, Lisa Actual is streaming right now. That's nice.
I won't teach you.
Yeah.
If the Archimedean seniors could see me now.
Streaming on Pornhub. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. To be fair, every time she climbs a wall, everyone just freaking Craigasms all over their keyboard. So you know. Should I watch Umbrella Academy? Well, according to everyone else, you should.
That way. All weapons guaranteed void touched.
Okay, Phenmor. I'm gonna need a bunch of Entrati lanthorns. Oh shit. Okay. Guess we're farming for Entrati lanthorns now. Lanthorns now, yeah. Guess that's what we're farming now. Are Do I not have an ephemera active? DE, where's my ephemera on my operator?
Place work. I share this eternity with every person I ever sentenced to be last. I can only hope theirs is a happier one.
Grendel. Okay. Is there a particular, like, lanthorn farm that is effective? How do people normally try and get lanthorns?
Save your strength for when it's needed. One hand for yourself and one for the ship.
Always got time for a fellow enthusiast. Never married.
Oh, wait, hang on. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna need a bunch of pinions, and I'm gonna need a bunch of
membranes. I think you'd have liked
okay,
me.
what can we trade for void plumes?
I mean, I hope you would.
Okay, I could get another pinion through void gel orbs and Thrax plasm. That sounds good. Oh god damn. Wait, trade for void plumes. Expiry. Oh, search by.
Very well. Keep your secrets. My patience is almost. Yes. Goodbye for now.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to. Yeah, at the very least, I'm gonna need to farm more.
Second chance. I perceive two
thingers, so much
strike hard. No.
Now you want me to use Grendel? Yeah, I can do that. Oh, it's gonna be tricky to fight a void angel with Grendel, but I'll figure it out. Where are you? And let's give you the Tenet Arca Plasma. Alrighty, let's do this. That big, beefy, chunky boy.
Welcome to the Greenway.
Housekeeping time. There's whole sectors of the Zeraman whose systems rotted ever since the jump. I've prepped you with data mass that'll bring them back under our control. But you'll need to pop it in at the right nodes and keep the system safe while it purges.
Hit me! 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 Why in the bloody hell am I using, of all weapons,
You know what to do.
Axe Stiletto Prime? I don't know.
Okay.
Sure, it makes sense in
Scrubbing the system.
some way, shape, or form.
Nearly done. Keep defending, please.
What? What? Oh my god, I can't even get up. Kate is a masochist.
Job done. On to the next.
Yep. Wait! Did Grendel just eat an overguarded Eximus enemy? Wait! Wait, what? Did I see that correctly? You did, right?
Okay. Scrubbing the system.
That's so dumb.
Nearly done. Keep defending, please.
Wait, that actually worked. Wait. No way. That actually works against Examine? No shot! Did I remove the overguard? I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to check in the simulacrum afterwards.
Back online.
Because I don't think I removed the overguard of the first guy when I started to wonder, like, wait, what happened? You know? Hey. I need your help. Cause I ain't using mag.
Best be ready.
Oh, can't eat a Void Angel, folks. Can't eat a Void Angel.
The angel is trying to retreat into the void so it can heal. Follow it and stop it.
Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, I'm using Zeteric. Oh no. Oh, I'm using Zeteric. Entire time, I didn't even realize. Right, am I? No, Guardian Shell. Oh, I'm using Vazarin. Oh. Answer the damn question. What question? Oh, what I pull for Klee? Rob's not. The question is whether or not Hazen is any good. If Hazen is good, then I'll probably end up getting Klee in the end. Because I want to try and get Hazen, and knowing my luck, I probably won't end up getting a single Hazen and I'll still get a Klee. Hell, I might even end up getting C2 Klee. Did I say Hazel? Oh, Hazel! Yeah, Hazel. What do I say? Hazen. Oh, I was thinking about Destiny. Yeah, thinking about Gloves of the Hazen Lords. He got used to Void Sling, he said. Yeah?
Body and soul.
Why? What happened? I'm used to Void Sling. What are you talking about? What about Kaz? Nah, I don't think I'll get Kaz. I know Kaz is like one of the strongest characters in the game, and he's ludicrously good for like buffing, but I don't do it. Oh, you son of a... Yeah, I can't kill shit with Vazarin. I'm sorry, folks. I'm not good at using Vazarin at all. I'm out of ammo. Thank you. Thank you to our good friend here. By the name of, Onglus. She doth slay, can't break out. Honey.
Well, friends, do not relent.
Can't break out. Oh, wait, what? You gotta shoot it with your operator. Yeah. Folks, this is a, wait, what were we using? Distress or Prime? This is a public service announcement. Don't forget to shoot the Void Angel claws. Should you end up, getting hit by them. shoot the Void Angel claws with your operator, and you too will be able to get yourself free from them.
Oh, that's better.
Okay, scrubbing the system.
Fine. I'll use these blasphemous medicines now and repent later. How do you even use this? Oh, that's better.
Nearly done. Keep defending, please.
Okay, never mind. I guess it doesn't work on Overguard. I thought it did for some reason. I don't know why it worked then. Only now is there the health orbs thing.
You just brought an entire sector back to functionality. I'm proud of you. Take a well-earned break.
What is that, Fire Blast Grendel? Yeah. Yeah, it's roast chicken Grendel. Sorry, not roast chicken. It's roast pork Grendel. Set everything on fire, then you eat them. Strip their armor with Fire Blast, and then eat them. Or you eat them, and then you spew them out, and then you strip their armor immediately, and they die instantly. It's basically a faster way of like just you eat, like when you eat heavily armored units. Normally you let them process inside your stomach for a bit. Gale Force down. What the hell is that? Oh, it's the heavy side stance. Oh, we got it, chat, we got it. So anyway, the idea is normally when you fight against heavily armored units, you would eat them and then you would let them, process inside your gut for a bit. With Fire Blast Grendel, you eat them, then you spew them out instantly, so you don't burn all your energy trying to process them, right? And because they still have most of their armor still there, you use Fire Blast instantly to remove about 75% of their armor, and then generally speaking, they die instantly. So it's pretty good. I'll show you what it looks like. I mean, you should be able to imagine what it looks like and possibly even try for yourself, but I'll just show you what it looks like for anyone who's playing at home and doesn't have Grendel or Fire Blast available in the Helminth.
You are a true hunter. Where would the sanctuary be without you?
Okay, so Exo Gokstan officers, obviously they are very, very tanky. So normally what I would do is I would eat them all, and then let them process in my stomach. With Fire Blast, oh, let's do that again. There we go. See, that's how it basically works. So really heavily armored enemies. The toxin proc should end up doing a lot of damage to them because you'll be deleting their armor really quickly. Come on, Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi 4, Mississippi. Or not. You know, usage will vary. Gotta love Grendel. Come on. Okay, let me make sure that that was actually working. So if I go up against like a single bombard in Exodus. Okay, when I strip their armor, obviously that causes something to happen. Perhaps it does have something to do with her overguard. Because I don't think it was exactly happening. That being said though, I did get rid of that overguard pretty bloody quickly. Gotta love Kavat's capabilities of armor strip. It's single target armor strip, but it's still armor strip. And at that point, having that around is pretty good because Mag is capable of doing mass armor strip, but a Kavat is capable of very quickly taking out the armor of a very specific unit. For example, Void Angels. Kavats are capable of instantly deleting the armor of Void Angels. Mag kind of struggles against that because I don't know what the I don't know how much armor they actually have, so I'm not entirely sure how many rounds of Fracturing Crush and Polarize I need to do. Okay, we're still nowhere near making Phenmor, are we? It's kind of boring. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I'm feeling pretty tired. I'll do one more mobile defense and we'll call it a day. Yeah. Oh yeah, forgot that there was a. Now, yeah. I forgot that there was that Lord of the Rings story that they're trying to make, that TV show. Whatever happened to that? Okay, what the hell is this? What the hell is this Twitter thread? This is from This is from the Murdered by Words Reddit. I used to be very pro-gun. Now we can't go to parades, grocery stores, schools, malls, churches, and this ain't freedom. So do you blame cars and trucks when people die in an accident? Do you blame alcohol when the same things happen? We should make the process of owning a firearm the same as getting a driver's license and a car. I don't know about that, guys. I think that might be a really, really bad idea. The idea that getting a gun should require the same process as getting a car, and thus you need to have a license, and thus you need to also have training. Nah, I don't like that idea at all. No. We should allow children to have cars. We should allow children to drive. Isn't that correct, folks? We should allow children to drive. Kids as young as 5 should be given their first car. At age 12, they should be able to buy their own car. And cars must be available at grocery shops, at supermarkets. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah.
Trust you, you'll get it done.
Here, I say. Because obviously, when someone crashes into another person, or rather into a bunch of other people and causes a pile-on, it's because of rap music. It's because of that dirty... Oh god, this is gonna get really bad. You know that when people crash into each other, it's because of violent video games. Or rather, it's because of racing games. It's because of those goddamn racing games that people crash into each other. When we see an accident on the roads, it is because of a lack of prayer in schools. Isn't that right, folks? Isn't that right? You know it's true. I know it's true. Why do those goddamn liberals not understand the truth? Which is very simple. You bring prayer back into schools, you won't have any car crashes. It's that simple. Prayer.
Okay, scrubbing the system.
You know, a lot of people have been yelling and screaming about another Supreme Court decision where apparently a teacher can now pray with his kids. A teacher can now pray with his students at like a football coach can pray with his students at a football field. And everyone's yelling and screaming about that being separation of church and state basically no longer being a thing. This is one of those times where I'm thinking like, not really understanding if that's really true.
Keep defending, please.
Like, I get it. Like, okay, maybe on the one hand, a public servant, which is, I guess, what a teacher is supposed to be, or a football coach. No, a football coach is not a public servant. A football coach is a private employee of some description, no? Bottom line is like, it's just praying at the end zone. I'm not really seeing that as like an existential threat to, civil liberties and shit like that. I'm not really seeing that particular connection as of right now. If someone can explain to me how that works, that'd be much appreciated, and I can figure it out from there. But at the present moment, I'm kind of not really understanding the hubbub behind that particular one. 200% affinity gain. Wow, whoopty friggin' do. Like if a coach wants to like pray with the football team at the end of the football field. I mean, it's kind of dumb, but I say fucking let them. I have no real issue with this either way. of course, maybe the true issue, potentially, is that such a liberty will not be allowed if someone were to suddenly gather a bunch of people together and say inshallah, 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 you know, and then a variety of other words necessary as part of an Islamic prayer. And then of course people will probably get really pissed about it. We are meant to be a Christian nation! Like that, you know. But you know, inshallah, folks, inshallah. Let them pray at the end of the football field if that's what they want to do. I don't give a shit.
Nearly
Yeah,
done.
inshallah.
Keep defending, please.
Like, it's funny when shit like that happens. Because I remember, like, the story of, like, the high school kid who, did a, not a commencement speech, but, like, did like a graduation speech. And in the end of her speech, she basically said, like, we are one nation under Allah. You know,
Job done.
good luck to everyone. You know, that kind of shit, right? And then, you know, in typical fashion, Fox News basically being like, no. You don't get to do our Pledge of Allegiance and say one nation under Allah. We are one nation under God. Except here's the thing. Allah, I don't know if y'all know this, is literally Arabic for the word God. They are one and the same. What she said is, when translated, is one nation under God. That's literally what she said.
The system.
So they're getting pissed as she's saying one nation under God. Except she decided to use the Arabic word, which is often misunderstood to be the Muslim God. But he is not the Muslim God, he is just God. There is no difference. Ayo, cryo for finally an on-set cryo for Ganyu. Nice!
Nearly done.
Wait, which set?
Defending, please.
Uh-oh. Shimmy. Shimmy? Wait. Oh, is this support Ganyu, or... I'm thinking like shimmy. How often do people use Shiminawa on Ganyu?
Elbow grease and a bit of brute force can work miracles. Sector's ours. Well done.
Oh my friggin' god! Are there seriously no enemies around here? I can't use last gasp if there's literally no enemies around. 4 says Shiminawa was 2 and 2.
Thing starts moving, and it.
Does the Shiminawa bonus affect your charge attacks? It does, doesn't it? So the idea is to use your special and then your charge attacks do more damage, right?
angel is trying to retreat into the void so it can heal. Follow it and stop it. Good. Now it'll stay hurt. Hurt it while those dimensional orbs are out. Use your void body to absorb them.
Wait, what's causing it to get hit by fire? I don't think I put a fire arcane on my operator.
Yes! It won't be shrugging that off.
Okay. I'm a bit tired. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. If you did, don't forget to follow and feel free to sub.
Paint.
If you're watching on YouTube now, or in the future, wow. I say that just as 2 other people show up. If you're watching this in the future on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. But until next time, i.e. tomorrow, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Why does it feel like we're moving?
Peace.
You've seen things in the deep void too, haven't you? Lashing like dragons and bellowing like giants. I'll see you later.
Buy stuff, kill stuff. I thought loading myself with explosives and going out in a blaze of glory was the perfect way for a guy like me to go. Take your time. Whatever. Stay sharp.